If your Gmail signature is just your name and maybe a wave, you're missing a big opportunity. And I'm speaking of like it was just your name and maybe an emoji. Okay. Today, I'm going to show you 3 to 5 simple, smart signatures designed to convert readers into clients, subscribers, and community members. And yes, I've got a free download where you can copy and paste these for yourself. So I'll drop that link to that freebie below. Okay, but let's jump over to my computer so I can show you how to use these. Okay, so now we're inside, or I'm going to show you, I was going to say we're inside my Canva account, which we are, but I'm going to show you some examples of the different types of emails that you could create. Okay, this does not have anything to do with Canva, although I am going to show you a couple of things here in a couple of minutes, so that will be connected. But this is just a slide I created for you so that it'll make a little more sense. So example number one would be like the credibility builder is what I call this email, this signature example. Okay. So it's got the person's name, obviously right here. And then it's got, what they do, business coach, speaker, host of, and then the name of her program. And then it's got the lady's website and then her Instagram handle. And none of this, now remember, you can make this clickable inside Gmail. If you're using Gmail, you can highlight each of these individually. And then when you highlight those, you can make each one a link. So that is an option, all right? As long as you've not created your signature inside Canva. If you created an image in Canva, which I'll show you an example in a minute, I did that in a previous video and I'll link to that video below. They're really pretty when they're done that way, but the downside to creating one in Canva is that you are only able to link to one thing. Whereas if you type it into you just type it in and it's not like a JPEG or anything like that, not an image that you've downloaded and then uploaded. You can have multiple links, but with an image you can only have one link. In other words, when they click that image, it's going to take them somewhere. Now, you could have multiple things typed out, but those things are not going to be clickable, okay? So why does the credibility builder example of an email signature work? Well, it works because it packs the credentials, right? She's a business coach. She's a speaker. She's the host of the Vision Lab. It's like all of those are her credentials. And then visibility. Where can you find more about Jane? Well, at her website or her Instagram. And then there's a free guide that you can download. Oh my goodness. So it has a free offer. You have all of that with just 4 lines. And so that's a whole lot going on there, which really would make your email signature substantially, good for you, right? So that's one example for you. All right. Then the next one is what I call the CTA, or the call to action focused signature. So this one, you're focusing on your call to action. It's got the person's name and then their title, launch strategist, and funnel architect. Okay. And then it has the call to action is book a free consult. And then you can link to your calendar. All right. So that call to action leads straight to a conversion. And then, of course, there's a link just to her website. Maybe a person is saying, well, I don't think I'm ready to actually book a consult yet, or a consultation. But I want to look around and see what else she offers. In fact, I wonder what she, charges for some of her services. Is she even in line with, someone that I would be able to afford as far as my budget goes? And so sometimes I think if you're going to put like free consultation there, it's probably a good idea to give them a way to go where they can look around, because one thing is just a qualifier, right? They can look around and see that, yes, this is something I want to go ahead and book the free consultation because I'm thinking I want to hire this person and they're within my budget. So personally, I like that. Obviously, you can do it however you want, but this is a really good example for a call to action focused signature. And then next we have the relationship builder signature. You've got the name again, and then you've got their title, creative director / human first. I love that because she's just like being very, it's kind of fun, like, oh, I'm a creative director, but I'm actually a human first. And so I kind of like that, how it makes it playful. And then it's let's stay connected. And then she gives you the link to her newsletter. So she could actually link that and you could, opt into her newsletter that way. And then below she's got a link to LinkedIn and she would make all of these actual clickable links. Okay. LinkedIn, Instagram, and then maybe her portfolio, which would be probably more than likely a page on her website. So why does this relationship builder signature work? Well, it's warm and it's personal and it keeps the reader in the loop because they can join the newsletter and stay connected to this person that way. Now, obviously, if Tasha's not sending out a newsletter on a consistent basis, she wouldn't want to do this. You would want to only use the newsletter if you're actually sending that consistently. All right. And then number 4, this one is the community-driven one. Okay, so Maya's got her name here, founder, of Slow Hustle Society. And then she's letting you know what, you can download your free journaling prompts and she's would give up that would actually be a link and then join the community and then a link, or maybe it's she could reword this if those journaling prompts are actually offered inside the community and only for those inside the community. She could say something like join the community and then the link for access to your free journaling prompts. Okay, so you want to be clear, which reading this example, it's like, I don't know if that's clear. Would that be 2 different links, or do I get those free journaling prompts if I join the community? So you want to make sure that's clear. And then you could put an Instagram icon, her podcast icon, her website link, all those things. So why does this work? Well, the signature is actually a soft funnel that's leading into free content and leading into her community. All right. So I really like that about it. So now before go to the last slide, what I want to do is give you some examples here that I mentioned. So inside Canva, and this is in a previous video, I showed you how to do this. I created a few slides or a few email signatures here. And this is what I mean by if you download this signature example and then you upload it to your, say, Gmail, for example, that can only click to one thing. So like for me, this would actually click to my $7 membership because that's what I'm talking about in it. Now down here, because I don't really link to, there's no, like it doesn't mention a particular product. I just have it, the only link I mention, obviously I give them my phone number and my name, but then the only link I mention is my website. So if they clicked anywhere on this image inside an email that they received from me where I used this particular signature, it would take them to kathyschneider.com. Okay. As examples of what I'm talking about for you to create, I just did a couple of drafts here so you could see when you type it in. And how to do all of this I have in previous videos that I recorded for you, so I'll link to those below this video. But I want to give you an example. When you type it in, do you see this isn't like something fancy designed in Canva? This signature comes up automatically, but you can see that the link is clickable. Not here because I have not sent the email. This is just a draft. But then these are the icons. So if a person clicks on this icon after they've received the email from me, it's going to take them to Instagram, this one to YouTube, this one obviously to Pinterest. Okay. And then another example here is if I use this one where it's got the one that I created in Canva, then if I sent this email to someone, wrote an email and sent it with the signature, then if they click on it, it's only going to, it's going to take them to one place. Okay, so there's the difference in the 2 ways that you do that. All right, so let's go back here and go back. And I want to finish up with you and show you. So Here's the thing, you don't have to build these from scratch, okay? High converting email signature templates for entrepreneurs. I have those for you at kathyschneider.com/email dash signature dash templates. The link is going to be below, and you can grab those free templates so you can use them. And if you need more help in how to do all this inside your Gmail account, how do I actually do all of that? I will be linking to those inside the free download, but I'll also drop the links to those videos below this video so you can go and watch those now. You don't have to build these from scratch, okay? I want you to grab the free guide, 3 high converting email signature templates for entrepreneurs. You can grab that at kathyschneider.com/email dash signature dash templates. It includes all the examples plus fill in the blank versions that you can personalize and paste right in to your Gmail today. Now, if you've been following this Gmail signature series and implementing, I wanted you to give yourself an applause. All right, good job. Because now your email brand is polished, it's clickable, and it's working for you. But if you want even more options, inside Business Mastery Accelerator, I have included 15 done-for-you signature templates. All, this is with coaching, course creators, creative business owners, that type of thing, all in mind. These are beautifully written and conversion ready. They're waiting for you in the membership portal, okay? And as a member of BMA, you'll also have access to the BMA community. And inside there, we can brainstorm on even more signature specific examples for your brand, okay? So I'm going to drop the link to BMA Business Mastery Accelerator below.